Hi future teacher, and welcome to this Educating All Students practice test for people who want to become a licensed teacher in the state of New York. This video is proudly presented by teacherpreps.com, the #1 choice for test prep to pass your teacher certification exam. The Educating All Students exam evaluates whether a candidate has the necessary knowledge and skills expected of an entry-level educator in New York public schools. This examination is composed of both selected response and constructed response items. Each constructed response item is paired with several selected response items around a common scenario-based stimulus. The scoring of the test allocates 70% to the selected response items and 30% to the constructed response items. The total allotted time for the test is 135 minutes. For timing estimates, each constructed response item is intended to take up to 10 minutes, while the selected response items collectively have an expected response time of up to 105 minutes. Feeling overwhelmed about taking your exam? Give yourself the test prep that puts you on the path to pass. At teacherpreps.com, start now by clicking the blue button labeled Get Test Prep Now. Without further ado, let's start this practice test. I'll read the questions. You pause the video to select the most appropriate response, and then push play to find out the correct answer. Here we go with the first question. Which of the following activities would promote developmentally appropriate practice in a kindergarten classroom? Answer A is correct. In kindergarten, children learn best by engaging in activities that are visually and creatively stimulating. Drawing out feelings and ideas is suitable for their development stage. What factor should a teacher primarily consider when deciding to adapt instruction? Answer C is correct, because instruction should be tailored to meet individual students' learning needs for optimal learning. Ms. Mitchell is teaching a unit on fractions to her third-grade class. After pre-assessment, she found that most of the students are struggling to understand the concept. Which of the following strategies would Ms. Mitchell most likely use to help her students understand fractions better? Answer A is correct. Using manipulatives or real-life examples like pizza or wooden blocks would help third-grade students understand the concept of fractions more easily. A second-grade teacher noticed that a few students have been consistently struggling with reading comprehension activities. Which of the following strategies will most effectively help these students? Answer B is correct. Picture books can function as a gateway to developing reading comprehension skills. The students can use the pictures as clues to understand the story, allowing them to make connections between what they see and what they read. Mrs. Geller, a school counselor, has been receiving reports from teachers about Xander, a fifth-grade student who's been unusually quiet, withdrawn and seems unfocused in class. Although Xander's grades haven't dropped, he usually is more active and engaged. What's Mrs. Geller's best first course of action in mapping out a response? Answer A is correct. It allows Mrs. Geller to gain first-hand insight into Tim's behavior in his daily learning environment. This will provide her with a better understanding of the situation before deciding on future steps. A third-grade teacher has a student who struggles with reading decoding skills. The teacher discovers from the student's file that the student is identified as gifted and talented. Which of the following is the best course of action for the teacher? Answer D is correct. Implementing an intervention plan is necessary to provide the student with tailored instruction aligning with his area of difficulty. This is a key element of the response to intervention. The other options are incorrect as they should not serve as the primary step in addressing the student's struggles in reading. A newly appointed teacher is given the opportunity to serve on the school's improvement committee. Which of the following steps should be the first one? Answer C is correct. Teachers should understand the time commitment before agreeing to participate. The other options, while practical considerations, should come after understanding the scheduling commitment. Great, moving to our next question. Which approach among the following is most effective at fostering relationships with parents to promote their involvement in their child's educational journey? Answer: A is correct. By allowing parent involvement in classroom activities, relationships between the teacher and parents are fortified. It provides an opportunity for parents to observe teaching and learning in the school setting. Suppose a student has been removed from the classroom due to disruptive behavior. What sequence should the following steps occur? Answer is B is correct. The teacher should first document the behavior, then send the student to the office with a discipline referral. The student should then discuss the behavior with an administrator. Lastly, the teacher should seek advice from their colleagues. When teaching parents about how to enhance reading skills of their elementary school children at home, what strategy is the most effective? Answer D is correct. Encouraging dialogue about a book during and after reading is one of the most effective ways to enhance a child's comprehension skills. Which statement accurately represents a fundamental principle of the Interstate New Teacher Assessment and Support Consortium? Answer: D is correct. Understanding how learners develop, adapting instruction accordingly, and knowing that learning patterns can vary is a core principle of the Interstate New Teacher Assessment and Support Consortium. For focusing on social-emotional learning in a first-grade classroom, which strategy should the teacher employ? Answer: A is correct. Cooperative learning activities allow students to work together, communicate, negotiate, and navigate emotions, all of which are essential to social-emotional learning. A second-grade student struggles with writing tasks, especially using lowercase letters. What would be the most effective intervention? Answer C is correct. A multisensory approach allows the student to see, feel, and create lowercase letters, which can enhance their understanding and skill. Which of the following strategies best promotes positive student behavior during group work? Answer B is correct. Assigning each member a particular role ensures accountability and can encourage positive behavior. A teacher seeks to improve a student's reading speed without sacrificing comprehension. Which strategy should the teacher initially use? Answer D is correct. Repeated reading of the same text can assist in improving fluency, and thus reading speed, while maintaining comprehension. A fourth-grade teacher notices that one of her students is having trouble remembering the steps to solve long division problems. Which strategy would best support the student's understanding? Answer D is correct. It's likely that the student is having difficulty remembering the order of operations in long division. Mnemonic devices aid in recall and can help the student remember the steps to solve these problems. A fifth-grade teacher anticipates developing a unit about the water cycle. Which pedagogical method allows students to associate theoretical knowledge with practical application? Answer C is correct. A trip to a water treatment facility or meteorological station allows students to understand and visualize the relevance of water cycle principles in real-world environments. An elementary school teacher integrates stations for mathematics instruction. What is the primary advantage of this educational approach? Answer A is correct. Math instruction through stations provides opportunities for active, autonomous exploration, and the application of mathematical principles. To boost English second language students' comprehension of novel academic vocabulary, which tactic should a teacher primarily employ? Answer C is correct. Using new terms in sentence instruction enhances language learning by making the content more relatable and comprehensible. Planning to integrate technology within the learning process, a teacher proposes utilizing podcasts. What is the optimum way to leverage the podcast to augment student learning? Answer B is correct. Incorporating podcasts relating to the course contents for in-class discussion enables students to access information from varied media formats, thereby enriching their understanding. A third-grade student persistently finds it challenging to adhere to classroom norms. Which strategy will be the most efficient way for the teacher to regulate the student's behavior? Answer A is correct. A behavior contract frames transparent expectations and promotes accountability in students towards their actions. An elementary school teacher notices a student who frequently distracts peers but becomes silent and withdrawn during class discussions. How can the teacher best support the student? Answer D is correct. It allows the teacher to understand the student's perspective, which might be causing these behaviors, and plan an appropriate intervention accordingly. Which of the following teaching strategies is the most effective to encourage active participation in class discussions? Answer A is correct. It encourages students to prepare for the discussion ahead of class time and, thus, increases their engagement and participation during class discussion. The best method to foster community involvement in the classroom is by. Answer C is correct. Incorporating the local issues that directly impact students in a community in the school's curriculum promotes community involvement and gives students a deeper understanding of their community. When attempting to manage disruptive behavior in the classroom, a primary strategy should be to. Answer B is correct. A consistent curriculum promoting classroom community and student responsibility can have a highly positive impact on managing classroom behavior. Which strategy should an elementary teacher use to foster higher-level thinking in students? Answer B is correct. Dedicating substantial classroom time to in-depth investigation on key concepts in-depth fosters a deeper understanding and promotes higher-level thinking among students. It requires students to examine, analyze, and evaluate information intensively. Which approach best utilizes technology to enhance student engagement and learning outcomes? Answer A is correct. Digital storytelling integrates technology in a way that actively involves students in their own learning by enabling them to create and present content, thus enhancing their educational experience. What strategy effectively fosters a positive and inclusive classroom environment? Answer D is correct. Creating a classroom responsibility system that involves all students promotes a sense of community and accountability, enhancing the classroom environment by ensuring each student contributes and feels valued. To better accommodate diverse cultural backgrounds, a teacher should. Answer C is correct. Allowing students to explore and present their own cultural backgrounds integrates diverse perspectives into the learning process, promoting a richer educational experience and enhancing cultural awareness. Which approach is most effective for developing students' critical thinking and problem-solving skills? Answer C is correct. Engaging students in tasks that require them to analyze and evaluate information helps develop critical thinking and problem-solving skills by promoting deeper engagement and understanding. What is the most effective use of assessment to enhance learning outcomes? Answer A is correct. Utilizing a variety of assessment methods throughout the educational process allows for the adjustment of instruction based on ongoing evaluation of student needs, enhancing learning outcomes by supporting responsive teaching practices. A teacher wants to enhance students' understanding of global geography. Which instructional strategy would be most effective for promoting active learning and critical engagement? Answer B is correct. Setting up a virtual exchange allows students to interact and share knowledge directly with peers globally, deepening their understanding through active participation and real-time discussions. What method should a teacher use to ensure that all students understand and are able to follow classroom procedures? Answer C is correct. Engaging students in the creation of classroom norms fosters a sense of ownership and commitment, enhancing adherence and promoting a cooperative learning environment. How can a teacher best support the learning needs of students with varying levels of English proficiency? Answer D is correct. Adapting instructional materials to diverse language proficiencies ensures that all students can access the curriculum effectively, facilitating inclusive learning and language development. Which approach is most effective for integrating social-emotional learning into the curriculum? Answer B is correct. Incorporating social-emotional skills such as empathy and self-regulation into academic activities allows students to apply these skills contextually, thereby enhancing both personal and academic growth. What strategy should a teacher use to promote equity in a diverse classroom? Answer A is correct. Acknowledging individual differences and tailoring teaching approaches to meet those needs ensures all students receive appropriate support, fostering an equitable and supportive educational environment. A teacher notices that some students are less active in class discussions. Which strategy would best encourage all students to participate more fully? Answer C is correct. Encouraging the use of open-ended questions can stimulate critical thinking and invite all students to share their ideas, promoting a more inclusive and dynamic discussion environment. What is an effective method to assess student understanding of a new science concept? Answer B is correct. Conducting hands-on experiments engages students practically and visually, allowing them to demonstrate their understanding directly, which is more effective in gauging their grasp of new concepts. When preparing students for an upcoming standardized test, what method should a teacher use to ensure they are well prepared and confident? Answer C is correct. Implementing diverse test preparation strategies, including practice tests, familiarizes students with the test format and question types, enhancing their readiness and confidence. How can a teacher effectively integrate new technology into the classroom to enrich learning? Answer C is correct. Combining modern technology with established teaching techniques offers students a richer and more varied learning experience, effectively catering to diverse learning styles and preferences. What approach should a teacher adopt to assist students struggling with reading comprehension? Answer D is correct. Adapting reading materials and instructional strategies to suit individual learning needs allows each student to engage with reading at a comfortable pace, enhancing their understanding and building their skills effectively. Which of the following is most appropriate for a first-grade class learning about plant life cycles? Answer A is correct. Planting seeds and observing their growth stages allows first-grade students to engage directly with the subject matter. This hands-on activity is developmentally appropriate as it caters to their concrete learning stage, making abstract concepts more tangible. What strategy directly enhances students' academic performance across various subjects? Answer A is correct. Integrating social-emotional learning into the curriculum has been shown to improve academic performance, as it addresses students' emotional and interpersonal skills, fostering an environment conducive to learning. Which factor has the most significant impact on a child's identity formation before adolescence? Answer C is correct. The family environment holds the most significant influence on identity formation in early childhood, as primary socialization shapes initial understanding of the world and self, setting the foundational values and norms. What is a primary benefit of block scheduling in schools? Answer B is correct. Block scheduling allows for extended class periods, enabling deeper focus on fewer subjects at a time. This facilitates comprehensive learning and helps students engage in more detailed explorations of content. During a cultural studies unit, a teacher's primary goal in inviting community members to speak about their heritage is to. Answer D is correct. Inviting community members to discuss their cultural backgrounds aims to enhance students' understanding and appreciation of diverse cultures, fostering a more inclusive and educated worldview. What teaching strategy effectively addresses the diverse needs of all students? Answer C is correct. Differentiated instruction tailors learning experiences to meet the varied needs, abilities, and interests of students, ensuring that all students have equitable access to education and can achieve their potential. To increase awareness of local cultures in a classroom, the best approach for a teacher is to. Answer D is correct. Inviting local community members to share their experiences and cultures directly with students promotes authentic learning and appreciation of local diversity, making cultural education immediate and relevant. In preparing for a unit on American government, a social studies teacher wants to actively engage kinesthetic learners. Which activity is most appropriate? Answer B. Creating a physical model of the Capitol building engages kinesthetic learners by involving them in a tactile activity that connects them directly with the content, enhancing understanding through hands-on learning. Which approach is most effective for a new teacher aiming to improve their skills in implementing a recently adopted curriculum? Answer A is correct. Observing a veteran teacher helps a new teacher gain practical insights into effective curriculum implementation and classroom management, providing real-world examples of successful teaching strategies. Feeling overwhelmed about taking your exam? Give yourself the test prep that puts you on the path to pass. At teacherpreps.com, start now by clicking the blue button labeled Get Test Prep Now.